Hello everyone, Firecrest Gaming here and welcome back to another video. We are back now for the F1 2015 Co-op Championship and picking up now for round 7 of the championship in Canada, one of both mine and BossOMG's favourite circuits. However, going off the LMP Championship, then it's not going to go well for for both of us, because we both failed in that race. I ended up being last and being hit off by the AI about 10,000 times, and BossOMG got disqualified. Let's hope to do a bit better, shall we? So we're already on the grid now for the Canadian Grand Prix. 5 lights coming on, 4 lights, 5 lights, lights out, and away we go. Very short sequence, it must be said. Heading down towards turn 1. We've got the more compromised line coming into turn 1. We're on the right-hand side of the circuit rather than the left. And you can see that BossOMG storming down the inside of many a car. We're forced on the wide line through, because there's just no space to overtake anyone. We're trying to get Sergio Perez there, but he's got all the better traction, and we've just been so compromised at the start of this race. Trying to go back at the inside of Perez, contact multiple times through one of the chicanes, and round goes Sergio Perez at the hairpin. Not hairpin, chicane, sorry. But as I say that, into the hairpin, we overtake 2 cars there. It was Verstappen and somebody else. Sorry, I'm not really keeping up very well. We're trying to overtake Sainz now, and he is being laggy as can be. Stop it, okay? Be a nice laggy car, not a bad one. And how about Maldonado not be a slow car and almost make me damage my front wing? I don't need this at the start of this Grand Prix. Because honestly, in Canada, you do not want to be on prime tyres in this race, because the prime tyres are so much slower than the options. However, the lag from earlier didn't seem to subside as we try to overtake Hulkenberg, and he's darting around all over the place. Never mind, it seems to have calmed down a tiny bit as we're trying to get Button on the left. Somehow our McLaren just got us on traction. How does that work? No problem, we've got him in straight line speed, DRS, and goodbye Mr. McLaren. That's easy as can be. So we're now on lap 5. We're trying to get, that was, I think, Kvyat, and of the inside also of Roman Grosjean on the Lotus. This is the Senko who had our collision with Raikkonen in the LMP Championship. Same corner, different championship, same result. Unbelievable. Front wings off. Well, we're going to have to come in this lap. But I'm going to come in for the option tyres because later in this race, there is reports that there could be some rain. So I'm going to hold on for that thought. And we've come out now on option tyres in P18. Not the most ideal position because we're going to have to fight our way through traffic. However, this could look good for the remainder of the race. As we move on now to lap 8, people ahead have started making their pit stops, including BossOMG, I think that was, and we overtake him, setting fastest lap of the race. We're trying to use everything this Ferrari's got to get in front of everybody else while they make their pit stops. So we're going down the field now, up to P4, up to P3, up to P2 just, but Rosberg is so far ahead at this point. It is unbelievable the gap he has to us. And that reported rain from earlier is now hitting. You can see the spots on the camera, you can see the rain coming off the car. It is really starting to come down now. And the interconditions are just around the way. So we're trying, but regardless, we've still been catching Rosberg, and these option tyres are still working. So we're going to try and have a look at the Mercedes as soon as we can, jump into the lead, and get this win, hopefully, as we very nearly collide with Nico Rosberg. Obviously, trying to continue our winning streak from Monaco, because that was a really fun race in the end. And eventually on lap 14, we bail out and we go on to the intermediate tyres. It's a bit risky considering I was race leader. Rosberg though, and none of the AI did come in, which was interesting. Oh no, did Rosberg come in? I think Rosberg did come in because there you go, he's still behind me. Okay, then Nico did come in. I'm not 100% to be honest. But as we move on later into the race, lap 17, it seems as though this race was a done deal. However, the rain continued to fall and just got heavier and heavier. And by the time it was on the final lap, it was the call. Struggle on Inters for one final lap and possibly crash and lose a lot of time. Or come in for wet tyres, lose track position, but have a definite clear track for the rest of this race. And be able to push to try and hope that the AI struggle. I took the latter option. I bailed out and came with the wet tyres. And this was the lap that... because Boss MG had already pitted for inters and wets before I had. And he said the wet tyres were starting to work on the final lap. So this was the perfect call. And we got the glitch pit stop where it fixed my front wing. But it didn't delay me at all, which is fantastic news. But Rosberg has stayed out. He has not come in on the final lap. He's staying on inters. We're on the wet tyres. We're on the better tyres. But through the midst of this lap, we just did not catch him fast enough. You could see him going around the hairpin there. It just wasn't enough. I was doing everything in my power. I was doing everything this car had. But the Mercedes just roared away. And honestly, I don't think that Rosberg should have had as good traction as he should. I think he should have been struggling much more. So annoyingly, because of a wrong call, Nico Rosberg wins the Canadian Grand Prix. We're going to come home in second place, which is really annoying after everything that happened in that race. We had the brilliant recovery, and in the end, well, it just wasn't enough, was it? But Boss MG will cross the line in third place, and he'll pick up some good constructors' points for Ferrari. A little bit, I don't know, a bit disappointed in the end, that's all I can say, to be honest. I honestly thought that Rosberg, you can see there, he stayed out on inters. I don't know how he kept the traction, because the inters at the end of my lap, you saw I was all over the show. I was really starting to lose the car. So how did Rosberg keep the car on the track on the last lap when he was on inter tyres that were even worse condition going into that final lap? I'll tell you how. AI overpowered traction and stuff. Thank you all very much for watching this episode. I'm a little bit annoyed. But really, I guess that if there's nothing more to say, then I'll see you when hopefully we can redeem ourselves in Austria and win that race. But I'll see you then, guys. Goodbye.